Bird, the trailer, sets the three. Greg out high, looking for a cutter, gives it up to Bird for three. Got it!
I actually used to hate Larry Bird. I hated him.
Over the backboard!
I wasn't a fan of Larry Bird growing up because I thought everything he did was lucky.
Shaquille O'Neal entered the NBA in 1992, just after Larry Bird had retired. At that time, Shaq was part of a new wave of dominant players, and he had always admired guys with incredible physical gifts, like Michael Jordan with his insane athleticism, or Magic Johnson at 6'9" as a point guard who could literally do it all. But Larry Bird didn't exactly fit the mold. Now, Bird was legendary, no doubt about it. He led the Boston Celtics to 3 NBA championships in the 1980s, but here's the thing, he wasn't the most physically gifted player. He didn't have the raw athleticism of MJ or the flashy style of Magic, and that's what precisely bugged Shaq. Shaq himself admitted that he was jealous of Larry Bird. He couldn't wrap his head around how Bird, this seemingly ordinary guy, could dominate the game the way he did.
Never really had a chance to play against Larry Bird, but I actually used to hate Larry Bird. I hated him. Because,
why?
I mean, because, well, not hate him, I was sort of like, jealous of him because he was a regular guy that did everything. He shouted in your face, he had to fade away. One time, I was watching a game, they was playing somebody, and I was betting this guy, and he was falling out of bounds, and he shot that thing over the backboard, and I was like, I thought most of what he did was luck, but as I, got older and kept watching, I just knew that it was skill. And, for him to even have his name mentioned in this category with Magic and Michael Jordan just shows how great of a player he was.
Shaq was frustrated by how Bird managed to win without being flashy. He even thought Bird's success was just luck, especially moments like when Bird once hit an impossible shot while falling out of bounds, banking it over the backboard.
Bird to Vincent to Bird. Over the backboard!
To Shaq, that just seemed like pure chance. But here's where the story really gets interesting. As Shaq's own career progressed, he matured and gained a deeper understanding of the game. He started to realize that what Bird was doing on the court wasn't luck at all, it was actually pure skill. Bird wasn't just a regular guy getting lucky, he was one of the smartest players to ever play the game. In his 13-year career, Larry Legend averaged 24.3 points, 10 rebounds and 6.3 assists per game on nearly 50% shooting from the field. And let's not forget, Bird was a 3-time MVP and a Finals MVP twice. Shaq eventually admitted that Bird deserves to be in the same category as Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan, guys who were absolutely viewed as the absolute best of their time. Shaq said, for him to have his name in so many categories with Magic and Michael says how great of a player he was. It was a humbling realization for Shaq. Even he recalled on the Dan Patrick Show how he once argued with a friend who idolized Larry Bird, thinking, why would you want to be like Larry Bird when there are so many other players to emulate?
Somebody was telling me that Bird was the biggest smack talker in the game. And they say, Dennis Scott told me Larry Bird told him the move he was going to do and do it. And did it. So, I wasn't a fan of Larry Bird growing up because I thought everything he did was lucky. But then when I did, I had a friend, his name was Mitch Rouse. I was Magic and Mitch was Bird. And Mitch could do the same thing Bird. Mitch had the long hair and he did everything Bird did. One day we was playing a 7-game series. And it was tied 3-3. And he shot that same over the backboard shot that Bird did. I was so mad. We instantly got into a fight. But, when I started, getting older and, seeing guys put in the work, I realized that he is one of the greatest players ever. And it's not luck. It's all skill.
But as Shaq got older and wiser, he realized, I was wrong. It wasn't just luck, it was Bird's intelligence, skill and fierce competitiveness that made him one of the best ever. And here's the takeaway. Bird was never about flash or highlight dunks. He was all about winning and outsmarting his opponents. That's why he's remembered as one of the greatest minds to ever play. Shaq, like many of us, had to grow to appreciate that sometimes it's not about the biggest or the fastest guy on the court. It's about the one who knows how to win no matter what. So what do you guys think? Was Shaq right to be jealous at first? Or is Larry Bird's greatness obvious to everyone from the start? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more upcoming videos and NBA content. My name is Damian Peters. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.